Hello, this is Danhausen saying to check out Tad Talks Hausen on the YouTube. Tad Talks. Maybe he'll talk about wrestling. Maybe he'll talk about McChickens. I don't know. Sandwiches, soups. Good weather for soups. Keeps the sickness away, the colds. Maybe he'll talk about no swearing. Keeps him on the air for YouTube. And yes, maybe he'll talk about loving that Danhausen on his channel, I believe. Some sorts. I don't know. But that would be nice. Quite nice. Love that Danhausen. Tad Talks.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Tad Talks. Tad here, and I hope everybody's been doing well. I know I have been a little bit absent here lately because planning a big move from all the way here in Indiana to Florida. So that's why you haven't been seeing me around too much lately. But now that pretty much everybody's stuck indoors, I think it's a good time to really get back in my groove and whatnot. And today is something that I really feel is important. I want to go through a few things to where everybody can help support independent wrestling promotions and, of course, wrestlers themselves. And there's a lot of staff and crew involved with these things, and a lot of people are going to be out of work for a while, it seems. This has been a pretty scary situation. I've been doing all right because I stay home most of the time anyway, so I'm not too worried for myself. I've been taking all the precautions and whatnot. I did go to the grocery store the other day, and it was like half empty, and I'm in a small town, so that was pretty crazy. And I've been looking for a bottle of hand sanitizer for like a week, so I don't know what I'm going to do there. But anyway, let's get right into it. First thing I want to mention is, of course, I don't want anybody dipping into their food money or anything, but if you have some money set back to where you can buy some merch, ProWrestlingTees.com is a very well-known source. I watched a documentary about them a while back, and the wrestlers do get a pretty good commission from them, more than they would get at other venues, I guess you could say, or outlets. But you can also buy a lot of merch from the wrestlers themselves. As a matter of fact, I reached out to Holiday shortly before doing this to see if he still had these available. But I've got his Consumer Bucks shirt, which is awesome. I actually don't wear this one much because since I have two, I want to keep one for like special occasions. Like, hopefully one of these days I will get to an MLW show. And I think I'll have a better chance of that once I get into Florida. And this one is my personal favorite. This one you can see me sporting all the time. The AirPod God right here. Shout out to Richard Holiday, and like I said, I don't know if those are still available, but check in with him if you want. And he also made a little post on Twitter and Facebook about how if you're a podcaster, you can reach out to him and other independent wrestlers, set up an interview and stuff like that. For those of you who've known me for a long time, I actually have some experience in interviews. So I am definitely looking forward to maybe dusting off my microphone here soon. But yes, there's all kinds of ways you can support for even just watching it. Like, most have their own YouTube series. You get free weekly shows on YouTube all the time. Whether it be, we've got MLW Fusion, of course, my favorite. And there are now just a little over 100 episodes free streaming on YouTube, so that's great. And you, of course, have NWA Power. They, last night, actually just streamed their NWA 70 pay-per-view from 2018, I believe, which had the rematch between Cody and Nick Aldis. And that was a really good show, really nice of them. I don't think they have much of a backlog of tapings right now, but they have, I'd say at least a good dozen or so episodes of NWA Power on their YouTube channel, and you can actually also check them out free every week on Fight TV, along with MLW. And with them, let's see. Oh, PCW Ultra Mutiny is one I've been getting into quite a bit here lately. If you haven't seen the feud they've had going on between Outlaws Inc. and War Beast, oh, it's been a crazy, crazy feud. There's a lot of good episodes on there, and they also take classic matches they've had and put them on their weekly shows. So that's really cool. With doing that, I think they've got a pretty good chance of being able to keep doing their weekly show just fine. And also, jumping back to NWA, they mentioned last night that all the proceeds from their logo t-shirts and everything, all proceeds will go to help their staff and whatnot, and that's great. That's really good of them to do. They've been doing an amazing job rebuilding the NWA brand, and it's one of the best weekly products there is. And it's also an important time. Go on Pro Wrestling Tees or even NWA.com. You know, support your favorites. You can get. I would like to personally have some Ricky Starks merch. That would be great. He is my favorite in NWA right now. And jumping back to MLW. Sorry, I'm been cooped up in the house too long, so I'm a little scatterbrained. But I'm wearing my Hammerstone shirt. You can get this from his personal Pro Wrestling Tees shop, and that's great because you know you can also go on the MLW shop and get like your mainline Dynasty merch, which I of course. Oh, and Injustice. I noticed. I'm a big fan of Injustice as well. I noticed on Jordan Oliver's Twitter page, he has some cool merch up for sale right now. So definitely go check him out and support him because that man just improves every week of Fusion. It's insane how quickly we're seeing this dude become a star. And I would really like to see him get supported. And let's see. Oh, also, you on YouTube, you can check out free matches on Friday, which is a pretty good thing. Those are the two mains I watch. AAW Pro and of course Courage Pro Wrestling. Shout out to the award-winning Clowny J. And oh, speaking of which, if you go on Courage Pro's YouTube channel right now, I'll leave a link in the description. If you have not seen the 2020 Heritage I screw that up every time. Hamilton Heritage Rumble, it was awesome, and even Clowny J got involved in that. That was pretty awesome. Hashtag oh shit, goodbye. Shout out to him. He's one of the closest friends I made in my endeavors in indie wrestling. And yeah, Courage Pro's got a big stock of free matches. There's a lot of good stuff on there. And let's see. Yes, there's also paid demand services. PCW has their own, $5 a month, which is great. I have used it in the past, and it's not just PCW. They've got all kinds of different leagues. I believe AAW Pro also has one, but I did not write that down here. IWTV has a ton of stuff, and they are just $10 a month, so that would be great. And really, you can just follow your favorite wrestler on Twitter. Let them know you're thinking about them. Give them some, just well wishes and whatnot. And of course, if you can, support their merch big time. And let's see here. Also, you can get intro videos like you may have noticed before this video. I have a intro video. I've actually been sitting on this one for a little bit now. From the wonderful Danhausen. Very evil, no spicy water. I love that guy. He is one of the most entertaining wrestlers and just wrestling personalities there is right now. If you haven't seen his interviews he did on Wrestling with Regret, oh, it's so epic. And the only downside to that one was poor Matt Taven. Matt Taven just wanted to eat his pizza by his lonely, and Danhausen threw a bit of a wrench into that one. And you can get intro videos. I only paid $10 for Danhausen to do my intro, and it was very awesome. He went like believe it, a whole 16 seconds, which was great. And I was very happy about that, and I hope you enjoyed it at the beginning of this video. And I wanted to give a shout out to Brian Pillman Jr. because on his cameo, he's one of the fastest rising stars in wrestling right now. 2 years in a row, PWI's Rookie of the Year. And last time I checked, you can get a cameo video from him for just 15 bucks. And that's pretty awesome. I'm sorry. I don't have COVID, trust me. I just put out a cigarette before this video, so. And let's see. Oh, yeah, speaking of Danhausen, I just saw right before recording this, he has some lovely hat pins. He has 100 of them available. He was going to use them at shows for WrestleMania weekend, but that's not happening now. So message Danhausen on I believe it's at Danhausen AD on Twitter, and you can get directly to him and hopefully get you one of those sweet looking hat pins. They're very nice. And let's see, is this the last thing already? Looks like it. Yeah. On YouTube, you can also just go check out any individual wrestlers. Like through my endeavors through Courage Pro Wrestling, one of my favorites has become the Diamond Tiger, Kobe Durst, and he's actually got a relatively new vlog he does on YouTube. So be sure to go check him out. Really athletic dude, and his YouTube show is pretty good. He has nice little road stories and stuff he tells. And also on the NWA side of things, Thunder Rosa has a great YouTube channel. I believe she's going live tonight. I didn't see the specifics, but I'm definitely looking forward to checking that out. And yeah, just I want everybody to stay safe. Support indie wrestlers any way you can. Like, even if it's it's not money, just send them well wishes. Man, I have a hard time saying that. Check out their YouTube channels, get their watch time up. Just bear in mind that there's a lot of people that are out of work, not just in wrestling. As a big wrestling fan, I wanted to focus on this first. And I think for my next video, I'll do a little video about free things you can get and do on the internet, including games, ebooks, and stuff like that. Sounds like a pretty fun time. I am a bit of a digital hoarder, so I am very well versed in the ways of a digital freebie. So I think that'd be a good one to cover next. So yeah, be safe, and I'll catch you next time.